Okay, so today we're diving into a story that's been, uh, well, it's been hard to miss lately, right? It's all over the news.
Yeah.
Actors Kim Soo Hyun and and the late Kim Saron.
Yeah, Kim Saron. Definitely a lot of headlines, lots of opinions flying around. And, well, that's why we're here, right? To go a bit deeper.
Deeper, exactly. We've got some sources we've been digging through.
And, like always, we want to see what's actually being said, not just the surface stuff.
Right, not just the clickbait. So, folks listening in, you probably know the basics, but let's set the stage here. First, Kim Saron.
Yeah, so she was born July 31st, 2000. Started out super young, a child model, actually.
I remember seeing photos of her back then. She was
Oh,
adorable.
yeah, total star quality even then. But her big break, like the role that really put her on the map, was The Man from Nowhere, right? Back in 2010.
Intense movie, and she was incredible in it. I mean, so young, but just wow.
Right, like serious talent. She kept acting, films, dramas, the whole deal. But then things got really rough for her in 2022.
That DUI incident, yeah, it hit her career hard. And then, tragically, she passed away February 16th of this year, just 24 years old, ruled as a suicide.
Such a loss. Just heartbreaking. By the way, in 2023, her net worth was estimated to be about $2 million, dollars, just to give you an idea of where she was professionally.
Now, Kim Soo Hyun, born February 16th, 1988.
Mm.
And, well, he's a pretty big deal, right?
Oh, yeah, one of the highest paid actors in South Korea by 2020, known for, well, so many things. Dream High, Moon Embracing the Sun,
My Love from the Star, huge hit.
and tons of films, too, like Secretly, Greatly, that was a big one. The guy's got awards coming out his ears.
So we've got these two actors, very different points in their careers, and then this controversy explodes.
Mm.
It's all about claims from Kim Soo-ryun's family. They say she and Kim Soo-hyun had a romantic relationship that started when she was just 15.
And he would have been 27 at the time. That's a 12-year age gap. Huge.
The family says this went on for 6 years. And to back this up, they've released photos, letters, you name it.
Kim Soo Hyun's agency, gold medalist, they've come out and said, yeah, there was a relationship. But they say the timeline's all wrong. They're disputing when it all happened, the circumstances, the whole thing. And they've said they want to meet with Kim Se-ron's family privately to, sort things out.
We'll sort things out away from the cameras, which makes sense given how sensitive this is.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the public's gone wild.
Like, yeah.
I mean, the debate is insane.
Yeah, all over the internet, news, social media, you name it, everyone's talking about it.
Exactly. And that's where our deep dives comes in. We're going to look at what the sources actually say, all the claims, the denials, the evidence.
Right, piece by piece.
And like always, we're not here to decide who's right or wrong.
Nope, we're just laying it all out there for you, the listener, so you can form your own opinion.
So how did this whole thing even start? When did these allegations really hit the public? It seems like that YouTube video from UMICO really kicked things off.
Yeah, that video really got the ball rolling. They dug up this old interview from 2017 with Kim Se-ron. She talked about wanting to work with Kim Soo Hyun, specifically in a rom-com.
Interesting. So even back then, there was some sort of, I don't know, connect, or at least an idea of working together.
Well, and she brought up their age difference. 12 years, like we said, but she also said he looks so young. That phrase, and some others she used repeatedly, really caught people's attention. Looks young, young life, stuff like that.
And GOM Ho and a lot of fans started interpreting this as a potential red flag. Like maybe there was grooming going on, gaslighting, manipulation.
Heavy stuff, but that's how some people are reading it. They also pointed to changes in Kim Se-ron's style, like how she suddenly started dressing more maturely.
As if she was trying to, I don't know, match Kim Soo-hyun's age or something.
Right, some people are seeing it that way. And to add even more fuel to the fire, GUMAO also brought up this old news article from 2020. It didn't name Kim Soo-hyun directly, but it talked about top star A and claimed he only dated younger women. They even mentioned past relationships with an idol-turned-actress C and an actress D who was in her 20s at the time.
Wow, okay, so there's already a lot of baggage, a lot of speculation, even before we get to the more recent stuff.
Yeah, and then that photo drops in March 2024. Kim Se-yeon posts it, then quickly deletes it. It's her and Kim Soo-hyun, cheeks together, looking pretty cozy.
And the internet just explodes.
Oh yeah, chaos. Everyone's talking about the age gap, the implications, everything. So what does gold medalist Kim Soo-hyun's agency do? They deny it, flat out. They call it a self-dating scandal. Basically saying Kim Se-ron made it all up, posted the photo without Kim Soo-hyun's knowledge or consent.
Bold move.
Right. But things get even more complicated. This text message supposedly from Kim Se-ron to Kim Soo-hyun comes out. Ju Iho says it was sent after she got a legal notice from his company. They're demanding she pay back 700 million Korean won. That's about $480,000 USD.
Wow, serious money. What was this for?
We'll get to that, but in the text, she's basically begging for more time, saying she'll pay it back with a percentage of her future earnings. And Ju Ryo claims the blurred out phone number in the screenshot is Kim Soo Hyun's and that she sent this right before posting that photo.
Okay, so now there's this financial angle, a possible motive, and gold medalist eventually changes their tune, right?
Yeah, they release a much more detailed statement. This is where the YouTube channel Angelina comes in. They did a whole breakdown of it. Basically, gold medalist admits there was a relationship, but they say it started in 2019 and ended in 2020.
When Kim Se-ron was legally an adult.
Exactly. They're very careful about that detail. And they say those photos, the ones from March 2024, they were actually taken in the winter of 2020. They even point to the clothes Kim Se-ron was wearing, saying that shirt came out in 2019.
Trying to create a timeline that fits their narrative.
For sure. Then there are these military letters and a postcard that Kim Soo Hyun sent. The agency says they were just close friends, that it's normal for soldiers to say they miss people, doesn't have to be romantic.
And there was that whole thing about her nickname.
Right. Kim Soo Hyun used her public nickname, Sedon Neto. She used it on Twitter back in 2016. They're basically saying it wasn't some secret pet name, just a friendly thing.
They also addressed those reports about Kim Se-ron's aunt being involved.
Yeah, they said it wasn't her aunt, just some family acquaintance, someone who knew her mother. They blamed unclear sources for spreading rumors.
So let's talk about this financial dispute. Gold medalist says they paid off Kim Se-ron's penalties from her DUI. It was originally over 1 billion won, but they got it down to 700 million. That's the amount she supposedly owed them.
Right, and they're saying they asked for it back as a legal procedure to be transparent, avoid any accusations of wrongdoing. They claim they didn't expect her to pay it all at once, that it was basically a 0% interest loan with no late fees.
So why didn't Kim Soo Hyun answer her text? That one where she's asking for more time.
They say he was advised not to, that it was a company matter, not personal. And get this, they actually included a text in their statement, supposedly from Kim Se-ron, thanking them for being so understanding about the debt.
Wow, so they're really trying to paint a picture of themselves as the good guys here.
Totally. But the Angelina video, they bring up a ton of counter-arguments. Netizens are pointing out inconsistencies and picking apart the agency's story.
Like what?
Well, for starters, how they first denied any relationship at all and then later admitted there was one, that's a big red flag for people.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what else they might not be telling us.
Right. And then there's that t-shirt Kim Se-ron's wearing in the photo. The agency says it came out in 2019, but some fans are adamant that it's an older design, maybe from 2014.
Ah, so the timeline gets even more murky.
And then there's this alleged text message from Kim Se-ron to her cousin, supposedly saying the photo was taken in 2016 and that she and Kim Soo-hyun dated from November 2015 to July 2021.
Completely contradicts the agency's timeline.
Totally. And netizens have been digging through old photos and videos too. They found instances where Kim Soo-hyun is wearing these specific glasses, a gift from fans back in 2013, and a hat he was seen wearing in 2015.
More evidence that supports an earlier timeline.
Exactly. And people are even analyzing Kim Se-ron's hairstyle in that photo, saying it looks more like her 2017 style than 2019.
Wow, they're really going deep.
Oh yeah, they're like internet detectives. They're also bringing up all sorts of old comments and alleged behavior from Kim Soo Hyun.
Like what?
Well, there's this supposed social media post from 2008 about his ideal type. Then there are comments he made about child actress Kim Yoo-chung, an incident with a teddy bear and actress Pin Bin, remarks about Nam Ji-hyun, a public invitation he gave to Sun Yan-jae, and even an interaction he had with Kevin from U-Kiss.
So they're looking for any pattern, anything that might support the idea that he has a thing for younger women.
Exactly. It's all about context. Whether any of it's actually relevant, who knows? But it's definitely adding fuel to the fire.
And all of this has had a pretty big impact on his career, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Huge. Brands are distancing themselves. Prada dropped him like a hot potato. Other ads are being pulled. Plans are changing.
There's talk of potential penalties too, right? For breaking contracts.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. On a slightly more positive note, the filming for his Disney Plus show Knockoff is apparently still going on. And he did make a brief appearance in G-Dragon's Good Day filming, though it sounds like it was pretty minimal.
So what about Kim Se-ron's family? What are they actually asking for? The Korea Times article laid out their demands pretty clearly.
They want Kim Soo-hyun to publicly acknowledge the relationship and apologize, specifically for the part that allegedly happened when Kim Se-ran was underage. They also want gold medalists to apologize, both for denying the relationship for 3 years and for not recognizing Kim Se-ran's contributions as a founding member of the company.
Right, and of course there's that whole financial dispute, that 700 million won they say she owed. It's all connected.
And yeah, the public reaction has been intense. Kim Soo-hyun is facing a serious backlash. This whole thing touches on some really sensitive issues: relationships with big age gaps, the power dynamics in the entertainment industry, the responsibility of agencies to protect young talent.
It's messy. So where does this leave us? We've got Kim Saran's family telling one story, Kim Soo-hyun's agency denying parts of it, presenting their own evidence, and then you've got the public digging up all this other stuff, adding their own interpretations.
It's a puzzle with a lot of missing pieces. But that's what we try to do here, right? Lay out all the information we can find, let you decide what to make of it, because ultimately we don't have all the answers.
And it's important to remember the human cost here. Kim Si-ran is gone, and Kim Soo-hyun's career is, well, who knows what's going to happen. It's a tragedy all around.
Definitely. And I think this whole thing raises some really interesting questions about how we view celebrity relationships, especially when there's a big age gap. What are the boundaries? What's acceptable? What's not? And what role do agencies play in all of this? It's a conversation that needs to happen.
Absolutely. Lots to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, folks.